Hey, welcome, it's Diane. So today I'm out and about with my special guest, Greg Haynes, and my other special guest, Courtney Levy from the Streator Chamber of Commerce. So here we are at the Streator Chamber of Commerce in downtown Streator, Illinois.
First of all, we want to congratulate you on your new position.
Thank you.
It's been 7 years since we've been to the chamber. It's kind of hard to, it don't seem like it was that long, but Jack Deserves was here at the time. And, well, he did leave on a high note, a lot of businesses.
How long was Jack our director?
I think about 12 years.
Was it 12 years?
And he was really just supposed to be the interim director. So
That's right, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was. And you took over in, what'd you say, February?
February of last year.
Of last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
so we're a little late getting to you.
Yeah. That's good. I got to get my feet wet.
Okay,
Better late than never.
Yes.
Better late than never.
So, okay, do you want to just tell us a little bit about you and
sure.
like how you got, what your journey to becoming the executive director at the Streator Chamber of Commerce?
Yep. I have a little bit of a diverse background. So I went to college for accounting, so I have a degree in accounting and a master's in management information systems.
Oh.
Where'd
you go to school?
Went to Northern Illinois University in Cal. Yeah.
All right.
So after I graduated, I worked about 10 years in accounting in the suburbs of Chicago, and then eventually made my way back here. I'm originally from Ottawa, so worked a little bit in Ottawa, and then...
Oh, you're a pirate.
Yes.
Well, that's the little rivalry, in case you don't
Yes.
know. Ottawa Pirates, Streator Bulldogs.
Yes.
Well, welcome to Streator.
Thank
We're glad
you.
to have you.
Yep, so I've been in Streator about 7 years. So when I moved to Streator, I purchased a promotional products company and did that for 5 years. So I owned and operated that out of my home.
Now, when you say promotional products, are you talking like T-shirts, koozies?
Sure. Yep. T-shirts,
pins,
koozies,
and things like that?
Pretty much anything
All right.
that you can think of that you could get.
And how long did you do that?
For 5 years, I did
Okay,
that.
okay,
Mhm.
all right.
And so through that, I became involved, well, I guess I kind of reached out to Jack about starting a young professionals group in Streator because we did not have one.
Is that YoPro?
YoPro, yeah, so that's our
I've never
YoPro
heard of
group.
that.
Yeah, so
Do we still have that in Streator?
we do, yes, unfortunately, we decided to start it in March of 2020, and then COVID happened, so it kind of killed the momentum, and we're trying to get it.
COVID
Now, you
messed
have
us
to be-
all up.
Yes.
You have to be 39 and under to be
That's
that.
correct, yep. Reached out to Jack about that and kind of got a group together. There was a group of about 5 of us that, initially kind of set up the plans to get that group going, and then was active in the chamber through that group. And then when Jack announced his retirement, I thought, you know what? That sounds like something I would really like to do. And I just thought with my background, having worked in the business world.
Did you apply for it like a job?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep,
all
applied
right.
for it like a job, interviewed with the board, and then
How
they
many people
selected
are on
me.
the board?
There are 15 on the board.
15 on the board,
Mhm.
okay,
Yep.
all right.
Yep, and so then they selected me, and I started in January of last year and shadowed Jack for about a month, and then he officially retired and I took over.
And Jack's all retired now, he's an old name in Streator, that's for sure.
He
And
is.
how long did he do the chamber?
Like I said, it was about 12 years, and of course he was involved in the chamber before that,
Right,
through his
right,
different
right,
positions
right.
as well, so.
Right.
Okay, so do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about what the chamber does
Sure,
here
yep,
in Streator?
of course. So we're basically here to serve our business community and just overall make Streator a better place, for the people that live here, for the businesses that are here, and, for the people.
Shop Streator First used to be an old saying back, I think in the 70s when I was a younger kid, it was always Shop Streator First. I remember the old commercial, shop over the bridge. Now you say you're here to help the businesses. How many businesses actually are members of the chamber?
So we have just a little under 190 members.
190 businesses.
Yes, 190 businesses, and so just to clarify, those are not all only located in Streator. You don't have to just be located in Streator to be a member of our chamber.
So the 190 are members
Correct.
of the chamber.
Yes, and those
But
could
it's
be
more businesses than that in Streator.
Sure,
Way
right.
more, right?
Exactly, yes, and so we are constantly, out there trying to look for people who aren't part of the chamber that, would be interested in joining. It's not.
The more support, the better.
Exactly, yes, it's not like an exclusive club or anything, anyone is welcome to be a member, and the organizations and individuals can be members as well. It's not just limited to businesses.
Well, I didn't even know that. See, we're learning a lot here at Out and About.
Yeah. Churches also can be members.
Oh, okay.
Civic
I think
organizations.
I know several churches that are.
Now, do they pay like a dues?
There's a due structure, so depending on the type of business and the size determines what the rate is. And we do have flexible options for those. It's an annual fee, but we can break the payments up throughout the year, whatever works for the business or the person.
So what type of benefits, like if, can a business get from being a member?
Sure, so there's a wide variety of reasons why people join the chamber. There's some groups and organizations that, they just know that the chamber is a good thing for the community, so kind of just for that community support. Exactly. So they kind of join for that. They might not be super involved, but they just think it's important to belong to the chamber. There's other people that, businesses join for the networking opportunity.
Okay, that's cool.
Being a part of the chamber, obviously kind of, like I said, it looks good to others in the community. So being involved in that, and then just the different events we have. Every first Friday of the month, we have what we call our Caffeinate and Connect. And you guys have probably seen that or heard about it.
Now do you go and have coffee somewhere, right?
We do, exactly. So it used to be called Business and Bagels, if you're familiar with that term as well.
Oh, that was when Jack was doing it.
That was when Jack was doing it, yes. And then we kind of, so of course, during COVID, we weren't able to meet. And so we revamped it when we started it back up last June, called it Caffeinate and Connect. And so there's a sponsor for each month, and the sponsor has the option of either hosting it at their location, or they can host it, wherever they want to partner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you go to a different spot.
Correct. Yeah, or they're welcome to have it at the chamber too, and we just kind of gather
and
in
you
the
just have
lobby
it
there.
okay,
Yeah, and it's very
okay.
informal. It's just a good way to network with lots of different individuals in the community. So very laid back and just no pressure.
Okay, you're talking about things that you do, don't you? So
Yes.
you say you have, what was it, Caffeinate, what?
We have Caffeinate and Connect. So
Caffeinate and Connect, and
the
now in front of
networking.
us, I also see something about
Yes.
a Streator Trivia Night.
Yes, so we're hosting a trivia night on April 21st, and that'll be at the Streator Moose.
Is this something that you always do?
We typically annually, yes, have a trivia night. It's a fundraiser for us, in addition to our bigger fundraiser that last year had a tailgate theme. It's previously known as Stems and Stilettos.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, I forgot all that you guys did all that.
Yeah.
Well, this is a trivia night, 10-round session, cash prizes for the top 3 teams. There you go, $10 a person.
Yep, it should be a lot of fun.
And it is a lot of fun. If you've never played the trivia nights, they are fun.
It is,
I've done
and a
several,
lot of
they're
our
very fun.
businesses participate, so again, it's another good way to network with some people too, but
the community spirit and support.
yes.
We also have coming up an extravaganza.
Yes. So
April 1st. It's not an April Fool's
it
joke.
is not a joke.
Not a joke. And what does that consist of?
So just this year, we started an events and education committee here at the chamber.
Wow, you guys are just
And
busy little bees.
We are. So that committee is responsible for events like these. So we had a Galentine's Day shopping event in February.
Oh.
And then this is our April event, so an extravaganza. The businesses are gonna have plastic eggs filled with deals and giveaways, so when you make a purchase.
Oh, somebody was telling me about that. So that's you guys.
Yeah, so that's us. So we've also encouraged businesses to trade the deals inside the eggs. So one shop you may purchase something there, but then they have a deal where you get 10% off at a different shop. So
Well,
kind
now
of get
see,
us to cross.
there is that community
Yes.
injection
Yeah.
right there. We
Yes.
have to have it. It's
Yep.
wonderful. And
Yes.
So,
wait. Do all towns have a chamber? Do all? towns have
Not
a
all
chamber?
towns.
No.
Bigger towns usually do, but
Okay.
so that's another thing that kind of since I've been at the chamber and even previously to that, but we have partnered up with our local chambers in the area and we hosted in January a guest speaker at the Grand Bear Lodge, and so that was open to all of the members from the local chambers in the area. So the executive directors from those chambers have kind of formed a little group, and we're trying to find ways that we can, that you're not only able to get benefits from Streator, but Ottawa, Peru, the local surrounding areas.
South
and
County,
network with
there we
people.
go.
Exactly.
There we go. You have all this stuff going on. how many employees are employed here?
So there's just myself and then another staff person, and we are able to manage it all with the help of our board and our ambassadors and committees.
Now, our ambassadors, are they volunteers or?
Yes, so all of our ambassadors, board members, and committee members are all volunteers.
What do you have to do to be an ambassador? I want to be an ambassador.
Yep, so you have to be a chamber member, that's the first.
Okay.
Sure, yes. Be a chamber member, yep, and then you basically just help promote the chamber in the community and attend the monthly meetings and our events and things like that, so exactly.
You know, we have, and Streator is really up and coming.
It is, yes, just in the amount of time, like I said, I've lived in Streator just a little under 7 years now, and the growth from the time that I moved here till now is amazing.
And you were saying something about 53 new businesses.
Yes, last year we had
Just last
53
year.
new members join, so that was great.
Okay, so I want to interject something right now. So somebody wants to start a business. I know they want to start a business and they're not sure yet. So this is the question they wanted me to ask you. So can they come here? I mean, they're not a member. They just,
sure.
I mean,
Yes.
can they come here and just get advice, you know, like what to do?
They can, yes, so even though we are a member-based organization, we still, our overall goal is to help the community. So we're never going to turn someone away. Same with our events, generally, like the Caffeinate and Connect, that's open to members, but of course, if a member of the public came, we're never gonna turn them away.
Right.
So yeah, so definitely stopping in here, getting information. We also strongly encourage people that are interested in starting their own business to visit the Small Business Development Center over in the incubator. Amy Lambert there, she provides free services to help you kind of start your business plan and get you all set up for success.
They call it an incubator.
So it's a business incubator, so, you know, just the typical definition of an incubator is where something starts. So that's the premise behind that, is they were hoping that that was a location where businesses could go to start, and then they would eventually grow out of that.
So do they actually do their business at the incubator
They
then,
do.
which is the old Streator Armory, for those
Yes.
you don't know where it's at?
Yes. Yep, so there's spaces there.
So right now, there's actually like a couple businesses in
There
there.
are, yep, and there's businesses that are chamber members there. Made in Resistance is one of those, a gym. And there's also, you
It's a
know.
counseling center there.
There's
I
a
think they got like a lot of
counseling
space.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
that's right, there is a counseling
Yeah, but
center.
there's also a kitchen there, so if there was someone that, you
The
know, would be
community
looking
room.
to,
That's
exactly.
where when I was a kid, that's where we used to go and see the Golden Gloves.
Oh,
For the
Yes.
Olympics, yes.
Yes.
We had a lot of good boxers come out of Streator.
So we were talking about somebody wanted to open, so they could just come here.
Yes.
It is like a little bit hard to get, like you said, that nobody is really, you can't just go there.
Yep.
You have to like call somebody first.
It is, exactly, yes. So if you stop here, we can give you their information, and of course, you know,
Super.
yeah.
There's that communication again.
Yeah,
Gotta
yes.
Stick together.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we talked about all the good stuff. We do have a couple of buildings downtown that it kind of, I mean, it does take away, and you know what I'm talking about. It does take away from all of the good efforts. If we could just like fix the storefronts up, even if there's nothing in there,
Yes.
you know.
And there, wasn't there a few years back, wasn't there something kind of, people were fixing up their fronts or?
Yeah, so there are, through the city, there are facade grants.
Facade grants.
Yes,
Okay.
yep, and that's a lot of the work that you see, those people were able to get the facade grant to help offset the costs.
Is that paid for by the city, a facade grant
There's,
then?
yes, so there's grant money available through the city, and so you can contact the city if you're interested.
And
in
people probably
something
don't
that-
even realize
They
that
don't,
that
I don't think
exists.
they do, yep, and now it's becoming a little bit, you know, more prevalent just because there are but so many businesses that have been able to take advantage of that,
And it's not just for downtown either.
exactly,
That's
correct,
a good thing.
yeah.
But we do have a block, like the 400 block across the street from, on the north side, it makes you not even want to stop there,
Sure.
really, to be honest with you. But I mean, it is a lot
It
of
is
great
great.
stuff.
Mhm.
There's a lot of great stuff,
There
but
is.
just it seemed like, you
Our
know,
whole
it's like
Main
one
Street-
bad apple can spoil a
Our
whole
Main
bunch.
Street has
Right.
great stuff
It
all the
does.
way from
Yes.
east
to west.
East to west.
Yes.
But
East
if
to
it was
west.
something we
Over the
can,
bridge.
if it was something we can do to like just, I mean.
Now, those buildings that are vacated and that up there, they're owned by somebody, aren't
Right,
they?
correct. Mhm.
Okay,
Yes, and so
and-
the city would have all of that information. Of course, they kind of work on our available properties, and if you go to the chamber website or the city website, there is a listing of all those properties.
Oh, okay.
If anyone is looking for any
Looking for
space.
space.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get those spaces filled up.
Yes. Yep.
Because I'll tell you, our Main Street has really
It's really
come
good.
alive. It looks
has-
fantastic.
It looks so nice. Mhm.
And like, we have everything. We have
Yes.
hardware, we have men's clothes, we have women's clothes.
Yes.
We have banks.
Specialty restaurants.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
beauty shops.
Mm-hmm.
you
Home
know?
decor.
Home decor, there you go. Yeah, we have
Kids
there's an
stuff.
eye doctor.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, we have
Exactly.
everything
Kids
in our little
clothing,
lane.
you know,
On Main
cookware,
Street.
and,
Alcohol.
Yes.
well, we have that, yes.
Oh yeah, you gotta mention it all, I gotta be fair.
And we even have a church there.
Mm-hmm.
We do?
The
Yeah, down right
Lighthouse,
there by
right next to
Traders.
Measures.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
yes, we do.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's everything down here. We don't need to go anywhere
No.
but here. I mean, we got it here. By the time you save a few dollars going somewhere else, you could have just got it here. With the price of gas being what it is, you're not gonna
And
save
you can,
anything.
and you can walk it, you can walk from one end to the next.
You can,
It's
and
not
that's
that
even in
hard.
the recent years. You know, there's been a lot of growth now out at North Point.
Yes, yes.
Yes, in the fall last year, you know, we went out to North Point and kind of stopped in all of those shops and just kind of heard a little bit about what's going on. So we even are encouraging people, you know, go to the north side of Streator, even,
Exactly.
you know,
And they
off
got
of the
different
main.
venues out there,
Yes.
there's different, we have the pro wrestling
Right,
venue out there. And Streator's really becoming like an entertainment
yes,
mecca.
Yes.
You know, it
You know,
seems
and
like.
in Westgate, you know, all of the stores
Yes.
on the south side, on the
Westgate.
east side, it's all filled up.
yes.
So there's
Are they all not filled up?
On the east side.
On
The
the
west
east,
side,
right.
they're working on something. A hibachi truck is coming
Yes.
to the west side
Wow.
of the Westgate Mall behind the Dollar General. They're just gonna see if it works out before they rent any space. I don't know if they're gonna rent it in Westgate, but there's a lot of other things happening in Westgate too.
There's a
But I
lot
can't
going
say
on in
right now.
Streator that people really don't know about.
Yes.
You know, and that we have to support our town. If we want our town to succeed, we have to
Yes.
succeed our town.
And this is a good place to start. We have just east of here, it's like an opportunity zone. And it's like one of the funds I was looking at, it has, for our area, for Illinois, they have 9 funds. One of the funds, the main one, I looked at it, and I had to look at it again, it had $500 million in there. And it's a phone number you can call to see
Sure.
how, you know, is that, I mean, can I get, do you come across that? I mean, is that something that I could pass on to you and maybe you can
Yeah, so,
help? I mean, because it's like, I'm like, and that's just with one, and it's 9 targeted, and we the only area in the only area around Streator, no other county around Streator has an opportunity zone. And it's like,
Really?
yes. And so, I mean, I saw 500 million. I mean, this is not. I know we couldn't get all of the money
Oh, sure.
here, but that's just with one fund, and it's 9 of them.
Well, they say, even like they say, like kids going to college, they say there's
Yes.
grants and scholarships out there
Exactly.
that people don't even apply for or
Yes.
even know exist.
Right, but you
You
do
gotta
have
do
to
your
apply for it.
research.
It's really the businesses have to apply for it. It's not you. I
right,
mean,
exactly.
you know, but it's something that maybe we could.
Yes,
you
you
know,
can
pass
definitely
on.
always send them
And
our
I looked
way.
at it and I called them. They like, well, all you have to do is have a business plan and
Yes.
you know and
Hey,
an
anything to
attorney
help.
and you know, I mean, you can get started. I mean,
Right.
it's too good to be true. And then I read about it and it got passed in 2016, bipartisan support.
Wow.
And then people who I know, actually I'm working with one right now in Chicago, an area they're trying to build a community for veterans, you know, military veterans, and they're
Oh.
using this and I was like, well, this could help Streator.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to tell us that we didn't ask?
Sure. I mean, I think you kind of hit all of the high points. You know, we've just really been really trying to get out into the community, you know, and find ways for it. Streator has a ton of volunteers and great groups of people that want to make Streator great, and just finding a way to tie all of those groups together and keep things moving forward as they have been.
You know,
really
and
just
I
a goal.
love the idea, like you said before, the business is helping each business.
Yes.
Like with the egg thing. I think that, what shows more camaraderie and brotherhood and sisterhood
Exactly.
than companies that are gonna work together to help each other,
Exactly.
instead of being at each other's throats all the time.
I know at our shop we have like about 6 other businesses throughout the city. Most of them are in our Westgate, but we have the Good Morning Good Day Cafe. We have the menu there. You know, it's just little things that we all can do
Right.
to help support. You know, while you here, and when people come to our shop, we say, while you here, you know, you might want to try to shop next door, and 3 other shops down there. They have different things. You know, it's just little things that we do
Yes.
you know, that any business could do.
Right, right.
Whether you know.
Sure.
Basically, it's community service.
It is.
It's community service and pride in your community, pride in your people.
Yes.
You know, and we're lucky. I think Streeter's been very lucky these last
Yes, I think
several
so too.
years. I mean, it really took off, and it just seems like it's still going.
What is the most challenging thing about being the executive director here?
Great question.
And this is a really good question. As I just mentioned, I would say the challenge is just trying to bring everyone together and unify everyone to, you know, everyone wants Streeter to be good. And there are several different groups in our community of, like I said, great volunteers. If we could all centralize our efforts to move towards a common goal, I think that would be great. And so it's just a matter of getting all those groups to communicate together, I think is probably the hardest challenge, just because I'm not even aware of some of all of the groups, you know, that are in Streeter. So,
and we got a lot of cool stuff. We got
We
the fest coming up in August, and we
Yes.
got cruise night and heritage. Well, it's
Yes.
not called Heritage Days anymore. Can't remember what
Right.
it's called now.
for cruise night, so there's.
No, and there's Mayfest or something. It used to be
Yeah.
here. We used to
Park
be here.
Fest.
Park Fest. There we go.
Yes.
And there's just all kinds of neat little
There
things
are,
in Streeter. Our new
yes.
museum.
Yeah, our new
Oh,
museum.
wow.
And we try to cover a lot of stuff too.
We're so but we're lucky for this
We
little
are.
bitty town.
Very
Yeah,
lucky.
there's a lot here.
Yep, and there's, like I said, there's just a lot of great people that really want Streeter to be a great place. So I think, you know, like I said, just, that's probably my biggest challenge is, and my biggest hope is for these groups, you know, to kind of be able, like I said, still keep their identity, but move forward,
And
you
grow.
know, and grow together, so.
Well,
Super.
we're almost out of time, but I do want to say, trying to bring people together, that is what the definition of a great leader is.
There you
Bringing
go.
people together.
Community.
Okay,
Is
so.
that it?
That's
Is
it.
there anything else you want to tell us?
I was gonna say, just maybe one more thing in reference to your,
Yes,
you know, when
please.
you're promoting other businesses, we do have a Streeter business map. It's an online version of a map that you can access from your computer or your cell phone.
Let's see, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and so we have a lot of so we've just been trying over the past year, we have a QR code that a lot of our businesses have that you can scan with your phone and it'll
Oh.
bring the map up. It lists all the businesses that we know about and that are registered with City Hall in Streeter on it. If you're a chamber member, you get your logo and links to your website or your social media page and more information about it. But that's a good way too, if you've got people that are from out of town or aren't familiar with the
Okay.
area, to give them
Oh, that's great.
that
That
code
is,
and they
yeah.
can bring it up and things are separated.
And what
in
did you call
categories.
it? What did you call
Streeter
it?
business map.
Streeter business map.
Is that on your page? Can they?
It is on our page, yep, and before you guys go today, I'll give you a code.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Ooh, get a code. Secret code button. Well, I think this has been very
Yes,
informative
thank you
and
so
very
much
fun.
for
It's
talking
very, you're
with me
very,
about
you're a
the
very
chamber.
good interview.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're very good. Until next time, stay safe, stay warm, spring is sprung.
Bye now.